Good evening, everybody. MATTROISE here with another live stream tonight of Tales from the Territories, Portland, where things got weird in wrestling. All right, we are live. We're going to have a great time here tonight. I'm going to play the show in the background. You may hear the audio, but allow me to be your eyes and ears in this show here tonight. So I hope everyone's doing well this evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. What's up, Garrett Light? Rorito. What's going on, bro? How you guys doing tonight? What's up, Michael Maroney? What's going on, my friend? How's everybody doing tonight? We are live. We're going to have a great time here tonight. The festivities are upon us. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Wet Concrete. What's up, Andy Sharp? Dark Angel. What's going on? Anybody have any good questions? I will answer them during the commercial break.
I had no choice. When they found out I was living in a wino motel, they took me in. And I couldn't have picked a better time to come up in this business.
From Salem, Oregon, Princess Victoria. Going to be good to have you in the car.
Thank you. It's good to be home.
Dark Angel. What's going on?
Into a territory. I was only in business about a year and a half.
Introducing in the corner to my right.
So you would just send an 8x10 to the promoter. If they like the way you look, they bring you in. They call me and I come into the territory.
Introducing Mean Mike Mattress. Butch and me, we came in and we said,
What's up, Joe?
a bunch of pussies. We're from down under. Yes. We're tough as they come. We get up in the morning at 4 in the morning. We're in the shearing shed, shearing the sheep, and then we're out in the field and that. And then at night we come in and we fight each other in the shearing sheds and all that sort of stuff.
Great, Andy. How are you? Those are the Bushwhackers.
I was used to wrestling, before I came here in Texas and all over the country. So I come to Portland, and it's an old bowling alley.
What's up, Aaron?
Superdome to the supermarket. I go, this
Oh,
is
great question, Rory.
Portland wrestling? Where they have it? This bowling alley? I said, this is your big show? I said, you gotta be shitting me. I can't believe I got booked here. So I went there and started working territory, and I worked Portland. Shit, I loved it. If you ever wrestled in
What's up, Skull? Thank you.
You knew it because just from the fans, the atmosphere, it was old school arena. They had a crow's nest. You guys remember the crow's nest? When we did the interviews. and
Wow.
we did an angle
Great
one
question,
time
Rory.
with Billy Jack Haynes. And I was making fun of his blind daddy. Billy Jack Haynes comes trying to nail me in the crow's nest.
Oh, yeah, Dark Angel. Cross between the hardcore and the Winged Eagle. You get the hardcore championship.
Everybody seen there's no security, and everybody started taking free shots.
The grabber's heading out into the crowd, and Billy's right behind him. The grab people are grabbing, trying to grab the grabber.
You remember the screen they had around the crowd?
Rory's got great questions. Anyone got questions for me? Leave them. Put them in the chat. I'll answer all questions in the commercial break. What's up, Hannah?
Exactly, sure was, yeah. Another good thing about that arena too, Don was a businessman. It was a bowling alley, but people would buy advance tickets, and he put the chairs out for the advance tickets. The full bleachers were on wheels, so it always looked full. If there was only so many advance sold, perfect. The bleachers would come right in, and the arena looked full. Very smart for TV. Yes, sir. Could always look good.
He was an innovative guy. He
Great
wanted
question.
to
What's up,
get
Garrett?
the matches.
We'll find out, Garrett.
For Don Owen, the wrestling business was a
Good
family
question,
business,
Dark Angel.
both because he inherited the company from his father and because he ran it with his brother. Like every territory, Portland ran shows in more than one town. For cards 200 miles down the road, Eugene.
Good question, Skull.
Promotion to Elton. And while Don was well known in the industry, truthful, honest man in what was often a shady business. Elton was, well, Elton was something else.
You know, I worked for Don Owens, but Elton Owens, his brother, was a promoter too, and he was already gone. He was passed away by the time I came in the territory. So I never got to meet him. So what kind of guy was Elton?
You
missed one of the classic characters.
Yeah, he was we got some stories on Elton that you won't believe.
Elton Owen.
He was only one of a kind. He was an ex-boxer, 5'7", stockier than Don. His nose looked like a whiskey nose all veins.
Yes.
He had a toupee and he used to be drunk every night. He used to walk around the dressing room with a big cigar in his mouth. You know, talk to the boys, puffing a cigar.
No?
He'd leave the cigar
I don't want
upstairs
it.
here.
I thought you were like this.
He
Nope.
went upstairs, ate
sure?
McDonald's.
Nope.
Do you know what he did? He used to grab a cigar and ram up his rear quarters and push it around. Elton would come back down after the match and grab a cigar and walk around to the boys. Did you see that match? Did you see that match? You couldn't put a cigar up.
Good question, Hannah.
Yeah, we saw it and he smelled it, right? In the end, he used to say, "Who the F shut him here?" And he put it into his mouth and take a puff on it.
What's up, Yost?
That was just one story. One time he had
Thank
an
you
accident that
for the
really
update,
backfired on him. A well-notorious accident.
Andy. Good question, Andy.
Out the money from the show. And of course, he always carried a gun in his pocket. Oh, no. This side he came out, I guess he was shuffling around with the money and in a half-drunken state, pulled the trigger,
Good question, Garrett.
bullet went through his Christmas crackers. His balls. The bullet went through his testicles. No kidding. Yeah, and he went up to the hospital, and the guy said to him, "Well, you're trying to shoot yourself." He said, "How would I try to shoot myself to kill myself when I shot
Good
myself?"
question,
in the
Rory.
balls?" Yeah, he was that drunk, mate. Boy, Elton was something else.
Oh yes, Rory. I got all your questions.
Amazing. The one guy that stood out from all the rest was a guy named Buddy Rose.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he drew a lot of money there, and he pulled everything on demand there.
Big man with a goofy grin and shaggy blonde hair.
Aren't you confident in yourself in beating the Playboy?
Buddy Rose got his start under the tutelage of veteran grappler Vern Gagne.
Vern Gagne.
Debuting in Portland in the fall of 1976. One of the top heels of the territory during the kayfabe era, Rose understood that the key to getting and staying over with the fans was to never break character, even when the show was over.
Playboy Buddy Rose.
In Seaside, Oregon. After the matches, of course, we're going to get beer. It was myself, Stan Stasiak, and Buddy. So we're driving to the store. All of a sudden, a car pulls up behind us. They start blowing a horn, flashing the high beams, and are yelling out the window. So we think it's the boys, ribbon, right? So we pull into the store. The car pulls in next to us.
Good question,
Two
Andy.
girls about 17, 18 years old, and a kid about the same age. They get out of the car. So we go into the store, and we're going around getting beer and snacks, and all of a sudden I turn around and see.
Good job, Maroney. Good question.
So the kid says, can I have your autograph? And back in the day, kayfabe was huge, and if you were a heel, you didn't sign autographs. So he said, no, get away from me, leave me alone. So then all of a sudden the kid yells something about him talking to his girlfriend at the matches or something like that. So now Buddy's getting hot. And the kid's standing by the door, and he's holding up to the door. All of a sudden, turn around, Buddy, boom. Pops the kid. No kidding. The kid goes back. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
What's up, Robert? Good question.
Before the cops come. You jump in the car, take off.
Good question, Rory.
Buddy was the type guy, I swear. I mean, I remember working with him many times wrestling him, and I'd go, he'd come up to me, please don't hurt me.
Oh, yeah.
I go, don't hurt you.
Yes.
Buddy, why would I want to hurt you? I gotta have a match to draw money. You've not done shit to me. Why do I want to hurt you?
It's hard for me to believe that Buddy punched
Me
the
too,
guy.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
was a real pussy.
Big time pussy.
Good question, Andy.
He's scared of his own shadow.
Oh, yeah. Hey, funny thing too about Buddy, he always drove at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, thank you, Scope.
Siren would come up behind
Comment on them.
him. He always carried a blade in the ashtray, hit himself. the cop would come up and that, I was just in a cage match or a barbed wire match and such in town.
That's good, Maroney.
To the hospital, and the cop would get in front of us, put the lights on, and take us to the hospital. He would come up to the emergency room. As soon as that cop went, we'd take off back on the road, down the highway.
Great wrestling is born out of great rivalries. Hackenschmidt and Gotch, Flair and Steamboat,
Flair and Steamboat.
The Rock. And in Portland in the 1980s, there was no hotter feud than the beef between the Playboy and Matt Bourne.
Matt was as tough son of a bee.
Good question, Andy.
He was an all-American amateur, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was tough. And what a strong man move that is. He powered him back from the bridge.
Matt went to WWE.
Yeah, and they had come up with this gimmick about a clown, Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown.
Look at him, he's great. He was the
He was the
original.
original and the best.
Yeah. He took his own arm right out of the socket.
Wow. Is that Matt Bourne?
Back in the day in Portland, Matt's over as a, all-American babyface. Here's Buddy, he's a big heel. Everybody hates him.
Good question, Andy.
Married Tony Ray, Matt's sister.
Oh, my
What a
God.
schmoz that
Oh, my
was.
God.
Oh, my God.
I asked Tony Ray Bourne to marry me.
He probably was dating her for maybe a month or two, and then all of a sudden, bang, he wound up getting married.
That's quick. Very true.
Storyline weddings in wrestling have long been a popular angle for promoters looking to milk the passions of
Good question, Rory.
fan the flames of conflict. But in Portland, when Buddy Rose revealed his real-life marriage to his sister, Matt
Very funny.
there was no storyline, and though it was common for backstage personal issues to inevitably find their way into wrestling angles, as Buddy's wedded bliss descended into absolute chaos,
Nice, Maroney.
between reality and kayfabe began to blur
I actually live in Queens.
until it became impossible to tell what was real and what was wrestling.
All right, we're on commercial break. Let me start off these questions here. First question by Rory. If I could give 2 contracts to any wrestlers, if I was in that position, who would I do it in? I couldn't pick Ric Flair or Hogan. I would go with Bret Hart and Stone Cold. They would run the company, absolutely. They would put on wrestling clinics. And then Rory asks, top 3 wrestlers I wish I met before they passed. Very good question. I have to say Eddie Guerrero, 1. And unfortunately, I'd also have to say I do deeply regret not meeting Razor Ramon. And I had the opportunity to do so when I was in Hicksville last year. And he was at a house show in Hicksville, Long Island, just like Bret Hart. And I don't know, and I was in Hicksville, and for some reason I just couldn't go. And I deeply regret it even till today that I did not meet Scott Hall, because I could have met him that night and I didn't. And that's just a shame on my part. It's just a shame on my part. And one of the great wrestling minds I wish I met was Bobby the Brain Heenan. What an amazing wrestling mind. And Andre the Giant. I've honorable mention, Andre the Giant. Absolutely, I wish I met him. Then Rory asked, if I had 2 hours with Vince, what would I ask him? I would really want to pick his brain about how his thought process is with professional wrestling and what it is that he does on a daily basis to keep himself motivated. I would really do a deep dive into that. What's up, Jacob? Then Rory asked, top 5 stables of all time. Top 5 stables of all time. I'd have to go with the 4 Horsemen, the NWO, D-Generation X. I'd also have to go with the corporation, and if I had to pick one more stable, I would have to go with the Hart Foundation. All right, next question. Would I give pointers to Rory to start a YouTube? Absolutely. I would help out any of you guys starting a YouTube. Dark Angel asked, which indie promotion would I wrestle in? I would love to join AEW. And I know it's not an indie promotion, but I know they have a lot of indie wrestlers there. I would love to do that, start in AEW if I could. I mean, you got to know somebody to get in, but I would love to do that. Top 3 heels of all time, I got to go with Vince McMahon, Triple H, and Ric Flair. I'll answer more questions after this.
We're related, but we're not the best of friends.
You're related in what way?
I married Matt Bourne's sister.
This has a ring of the Hatfields and McCoys, or Romeo and Juliet.
What began as a basic wrestling angle, a feud between the babyface Matt Bourne and the heel Playboy Buddy Rose, has now bled into real life, with Rose marrying Bourne's actual sister.
Oh, real life. Well,
Now the walls between kayfabe and reality.
Bloodline's fairly new, though.
Because the wedding was legit.
Yeah, right.
So is the hatred.
You know, I'll tell you, I was
Oh, Andy, I answered questions in the order they came. So I have it written down, Andy. I got your questions.
thought it was like he was setting it
Next
up
commercial
to
break.
a lot of heat and because you know, Buddy had that kind of mind.
I had a talk with your sister and I asked her about your past and what you were like. And every time you used to wait when you were going to jump up and down, always crying, always working your way.
So the marriage, after only a couple months, is, you know, on the rocks already. So Buddy had a girlfriend for a long time.
Tammy.
Great question, Garrett.
The rumor was that Buddy was stepping out on Tony Ray, and he was doing business with Tammy.
So Buddy had one of those wrestler marriages.
It was a wrestling marriage, which, you know, never a good idea.
That's why I never married a wrestler. I didn't want to end up in jail for murder.
Playboy Buddy Rose.
Oh, okay, Andy.
I am divorcing Matt Bourne's sister.
Matt got wind of this, and that's what really set him off, and he decides to go to Buddy's house.
What's up, Eric Sahadeo?
From what I understand, breaks down the door.
Good question, Rory.
And Buddy's in there, and he comes flying in, and he starts wailing on Buddy. But the funny thing is, Buddy had a couple little marks on his face. When I saw Matt the next day, Matt's whole face was scratched up. Buddy must have been clawed on the face.
A cat fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt was shit faced. He didn't fight.
Yeah. So Buddy, you know, subsequently calls the police. The police come, they go to Matt's apartment, they arrest him, and they put him in jail. And he sat in jail for the next 2 days until he got bailed out.
Jacob, he's a great champion.
That's when he comes to the locker room, and Matt
I'm sure he'll lose eventually, but I don't know when.
Matt's going to come charging across the floor, and Tony Bourne, Matt's father, steps in front, and he's holding Matt back. And Buddy's standing behind Tony, and that's when he starts, hey, Matt, your sister's a whore. And Buddy's standing hiding behind Tony Bourne.
Buddy's dodging behind Tony. I can see that.
Yeah. Buddy goes, yeah, your sister's an asshole, too. And he get behind Tony, and here comes Matt again. And Buddy was the kind of guy, you know, he was like the kid in the
Jake.
playground that would hit you and run away.
Exactly.
You know, he liked to taunt. He liked to taunt people. So,
He's a big kid.
yeah, he was like a big kid. Right after all this stuff happened, Buddy and I, we rode together, and we're coming back from the town. So I was
Tales from the Territory, Eric Sahadeo.
The Bomber, great place.
From the creators of Dark Side of the Ring and The Rock.
So he's supposed to drop me off at the Bomber. He's gonna go home. So he says, Masters.
Good question, Rory.
Do me a favor. He goes, I want you to come back to my house. I want you to see if Matt's in my house. He might be waiting for me. I said, Buddy, I got nothing to do with this. I said, I don't want to get involved in this. I said, you know, this is your deal. I don't want anything to do with it. Oh, come on, brother. I'll give you $50.
What's up, Lyndon?
The same payoff you got from
Took Chow Lore.
Okay. And he opens up his bag and he pulls out a big 357. He puts it on his seat. And I was like, hey. I get out of the car. I open the door, walk in. Matt, you here? Right? No, nobody's there. I come out, I said, all right, buddy. I said, he's, Matt's not there. He goes, oh, okay. I'll drop you off now.
Matt couldn't see it as a work.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was. I was always a little suspicious, but then when it got to the point where he's asking me to go and check out his house, and he's pulling out a 357.
Ooh.
This is kind of a serious work. This is a shoot. This is gonna work.
Enjoying my meal, boy.
All right, we're on commercial break again. Skull asks, how long do I think I'll live for? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Hopefully a long time, because I take care of myself. Hopefully a very long time. Hopefully, but nothing's guaranteed, guys. Hannah asks, when I started YouTube like, I'd say 12 years ago. What's up, CBTV? What's up, Laser Reaper? And it was just as a joke to document my life and to play pranks on Poppy. My goal was to make Poppy famous. And I think I did that, actually. He's famous worldwide. You guys know him all over the world. And I did that. That was my original goal. Andy asked, my favorite shampoo. Honestly, I don't use shampoo. I use Dove soap. Dove soap, and it's perfect. Okay, Garrett asks who I would push in NXT. I would say Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu. Rory asks, where would I take Mandy on a date? Spumoni Gardens. Brooklyn, New York. Delicious, delicious pizza. I would go off keto. Andy asks, or is he invited to my wedding? Yes, you are all invited to my wedding. Maroney asks, top pay-per-views of all time. I got to go with WrestleMania 17. One of my favorites, WrestleMania 30. And I hate to keep going with WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is always on my mind. WrestleMania 25. So many great moments at WrestleMania. Forget it. Robert asks, do I have a crush on Rambles? Yes. Rory asks, if I had 45 minutes to pick Eric Bischoff's brain, what would I ask him? I would ask him why he let the inmates run the asylum. They called them Eazy-E. Why did he let these guys get away with so much? These guys were just, they were making tons of money, and they didn't care. Why did Bischoff allow that to happen? Okay, my favorite socks, Andy says, my Andre the Giant pair of socks. I have one for myself. Andy asks again, do I hate anyone on the stream? I actually don't. I actually don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. Even King Monarch. Don't hate him. In fact, I have no problem whatsoever. And he also asked, will I come to Scotland to give him a cookie? If I won the lottery or if I was in the route, absolutely. Rory asks, what does Lady Elaine think about wrestling? And she's a wrestling fan, just like us. Not as huge a wrestling fan. However, you know, she likes particular wrestlers like Bret Hart. She loved Bret Hart. She still does, but she now has a new crush, Brian Pillman Jr. Kayfabe. Keeping up with the illusion that pro wrestling is real. Kayfabe. Which is dead. It's been dead for decades. More questions next commercial break. You got a question, I have an answer.
Well, there was going to be an 8-man battle royal in Salem.
There's a battle royal coming up, right? And the women are going to be in the battle royal. Well, this is getting to be a little ridiculous too.
And I don't know if it was Buddy or somebody proposed to Don.
Good question, Garrett.
Put me in the battle royal. I'm up in the crow's nest.
We're gonna
and I'm
find out,
talking about
RSTV.
the battle royal. Buddy says,
I am a tough son of a gun, and you are just a
Good question, CBTV.
And I'll tell you the reason you shouldn't be in professional wrestling. The reason is you should not be in that battle royal because of that.
well, of course, I give him the nut shot.
Ooh.
He goes down, curls up like a baby.
What was the rules on the battle royal?
Basically, anybody that got thrown over the top rope and hit the floor or the mat was out.
Gotcha.
Chow War. Oh, that.
Man standing
Good question.
was the winner of the battle royal. And there was usually a prize for being the last man in, like $10,000, like we ever saw it.
$10,000 when the house was only worth $2,000.
Right.
How is that?
We get to Salem. Salem sold out. That was my
Good
whole
question,
family.
Rory.
My family was there. I'm second to last man out. We get down to the last 3 men. Rip and Buddy are going at it,
Good question, Maroney.
and I drop kick Rip in the back of the head. And Rip,
You sure
he's
you don't
standing.
have back of the head?
Yes, believe me.
Or lower back?
No, I got him in the back of the head.
I hear you.
But anyway, Rip goes over like this. I turn around, did not know that Buddy grabbed Rip's feet, popped me back on, and I'm turned around. All of a sudden, they both grab me, one on each arm, and they take a running and throw me. I hit the brick wall.
Oh.
I slide down the brick wall, fall out. My head's busted open.
Oh, man.
And I'm pretty sure Buddy came up with it because you know how Buddy was, wanting heat.
More heat, yeah.
Yeah, always more heat. Anything to get more heat. That crowd poured. They wanted Buddy dead. Out of nowhere, here comes my little brother Doug. Now he's 5 years younger than me. He was 16, 17 at the time. He looks at Buddy. He pulls back. He says, "You touch her again, you son of a bitch, and I'll kill you." Well, see, I hadn't smartened up my family. My brother literally thought they were killing me. And I had
Good question, Rory. I have a
the security guard
good answer for that.
my brother.
Enjoy it, Jacob.
My brother was probably 5'9", maybe 150 pounds. He was not a big. He wasn't a big.
So Buddy was 100 pounds more.
Yeah.
Buddy Price, please don't hit me.
No. What
That was
happened?
his favorite line. Don't hurt me.
What my brother saw was somebody was hurting his sister.
Yeah, of course. I
And
understand.
he didn't care, and he was going to put himself in between
God bless him.
me
Yeah, that's
and
good
Buddy.
family. Good.
So when all those guys allowed me in that battle royal,
Yeah.
Buddy made me as a baby face because of the heat that he had.
Yeah. Good.
So I get downstairs, and all the guys are freaking out. Who was that? Who was that? And I said, that was my little brother. And they went,
I have an announcement next commercial break.
"Smarten him up." I said, no, why would I do that?
Important announcement.
Most everybody smartened up their family. I didn't.
Yeah, Laser, I didn't like Halloween Ends.
Oh, hell, she's
I didn't
just
like
one
it.
of the boys. For them to call me one of the boys,
Yeah,
that
but
meant I had respect.
Yeah, you were.
They respected my work.
Yeah.
Good question, Rory.
I walked sideways through a door because my head got this big. I mean, it meant that much to me.
Following her time in Portland, Princess Victoria would take her act to New York City to compete.
What's up, Lucho Diaz?
Just as the company was exploding in national popularity.
He's free to do whatever he wants, Lucho Diaz. That's fine. What's up, Ghost Ranger? What's up, bro? Next commercial break, I have a huge announcement. It's Roddy Piper. Okay, we're a commercial break. All you guys that were banned, you're all back. Everyone's back now because someone likes to play around and ban people. I just checked the community tab and I had to unban people again. So guess what? Everyone is unbanned now. Everybody. Everybody's unbanned now because somebody likes to play around and unban and ban people, and I have to take time out of the stream to unban them. So everyone's unbanned. There you go. All right, Dro. Someone banned Dro. Dro's back. Someone banned Harper. Harper's back. So everyone's unbanned now. Everybody. Okay. Number 21. Andy asks, can he marry Poppy? Well, Poppy has to say yes. So that, I don't know. Garrett asks if I could pick one Dark Side of the Ring, which was the best episode. I'd have to go with the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth show. It was just so good. The music was just really spot on. And they really hit a home run with that Macho Man episode. That was probably my favorite. Roy asked 3 worst WCW angles of all time. One, anything dealing with anything on a pole match. They had a lot of pole matches, so anything with a pole match was terrible. Judy Bagwell on a pole match was ridiculous, horrible. And another WCW angle that was terrible was, let me see, the 3 Stages of Hell match, which was a part of the movie Ready to Rumble. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. And another angle I'd say which was terrible was when David Arquette won the WCW World title. What a ridiculous, horrible thing to happen in professional wrestling. All right, and Rory asked, 3 WCW wrestlers I never liked. I had to say Kevin Sullivan. I never liked him, never cared for him. Believe it or not, Fit Finlay. I just never got his persona. Sure, he was a good wrestler. I found him very dry. And Dean Malenko too. For some reason, I just found them very dry. They didn't have a persona. You know what I mean? I just didn't like them. Even though they were great wrestlers, don't get me wrong. They didn't have the aura, the persona. I didn't like them. Believe it or not. What's up, Keith? Loves Keisha. What's up? Ooh. Piper of Portland. Okay, Rory. Good question. I did save you guys, Drew. I saved everybody. What's up, Ghost Ranger? I hope you're doing well with training. We did Iron Man trivia a lot, Rory, back in the day. That's when AEW was playing trivia with us. I don't know if you were there. AEW, the actual AEW YouTube channel. RSTV, I don't know. You gotta tune in to find out, man. Harper, yes, I see you. Welcome back, my friend. I just told you. I just had to tell everyone I got everyone back. So Harper, come up with it, whatever channel you want. I'm going to offer you a moderator position, Harper. You weren't here for that, Rory? Yeah, AEW was playing trivia with us.
And judges coming out
When I was doing the Iron Man trivia.
courthouse with a dressing gown and slippers on. 2 in the morning. And we go to the courthouse and the judge found us $250 or something. We all scraped up the money. We leave. We go around to the side.
Finlay?
The judge is sitting there. Roddy and Butch have got their packers.
Yes, he was.
All over that window. Nothing like hell. I'm going out and I'm starving.
I will sign in with that one, Harper.
And I say, if you. And the judges had to go like that, and they could see us. Those two, washing the windows.
Luger.
Then, Roddy
Oh, I don't know about Luger, man. That guy,
remember that story?
forget it.
Laughed about it up to before he died.
Is that right? Piper was one of those guys, though. He'd give you the shirt off his back.
You know my reputation. You know I am Roddy Piper, brother. I'm so tough. I don't shave. I just rub my face against the concrete.
Roddy was one of the best.
Is that Roddy Piper?
One of the best entertainers
Ho, holy, ho, ho, ho. The candy canes for the keys.
and one of the best interviewers.
And showdown time, you bet. And we ain't even saddled our ponies yet.
If Don Owens had a singular talent, it was in finding the angles, the gimmicks that would get his local stars over with the Portland crowd.
When I had come into the territory, I was, big. I was 240 pounds. I had like 20-inch arms. Bench press
Mike
was
Masters.
450 pounds.
For Mike Masters, that meant embracing a traditional wrestling hold and turning it up a notch until the fans went wild.
So Don looks at me and he says, he goes, we're
Good question, Rory.
He goes, we use that with Snooker and we use it with Jesse.
I've got a few aces in the hole myself.
He got over like $1 million. He goes, I want you to start using that full Nelson, but I want you to put it on the guy and you don't break the hole. No matter what.
Oh,
you
really,
don't break
Keith?
that hole.
Bubble Brazil. That's awesome.
So my gimmick was when I would come on TV, I can't break the hole because my fingers.
Good question, RSTV.
Break the hole. I know he did a study on me. At USC and UCLA.
And they said I put 1,400 pounds of pressure per square inch once I do that. So my fingers swell.
Oh, that's a good one.
So now I'm going around and I'm putting it on with the guys and I'm hurting them in the ring and it's getting over like $1 million.
Wrong with that full Nelson does not want to break it.
So now we're going to YouTube.
Good question, Garrett.
Elton didn't like a lot of heat. He was always afraid to get sued. Well, he goes on vacation. So Don comes and takes over the town for the week. He goes, damn it. He goes, we're going to get these people off their ass. Matt Warner's still working babyface. And he says, I want you to put that full Nelson on Matt. And he goes, and you keep it on him. He goes, and don't let go no matter what. He goes, we're going to have the referee try to
Oh,
break
yes,
the
Dro.
hole. You just keep it on. No, okay.
I'll add your question to the queue.
We do our match, and here we come up to the finish, and boom, I snatch it on him, right? And I get it on, and Matt's flopping around like a dead fish, and I got it on him, and I take him down on the ground, and now the referee, he's pulling my arms, trying to break the hole. And so
Really, Chow? That's really weird.
starting to get crazy. They all decide they're going to kill me.
Good question,
So they all start to ring.
RSTV.
Fortunately, we had these young rodeo riders.
Good question,
These guys,
Rory.
lean dudes, man, tough guys. And they were our security. And people are trying to get into the ring, and they're just knocking people out left and right. I'm like, holy shit, man. I see boom, boom, all over the place.
What's up, famous Deshaun?
Loving it. They were having
What's up,
a
bro?
good time just knocking people out. And then Stan Stasiak standing on the apron, and some fan hooks his ankle and pulls him off the ring. Oh, I never seen Stan get so pissed off in my life. He had fire coming out of his eyes. And he gets up and he's looking at him, but the guy didn't took off.
Smart
But
man.
Stasiak was a legitimate tough guy. I mean, he played amateur hockey, and I believe he was a boxer. And I think that's where they came up with the heart punch because he knew how to fight.
Tired of everybody complaining about my heart rate.
The hard punch.
He handled himself. Honestly, I felt very safe in the ring. Between having Stan on the apron and these rodeo riders, I knew I was okay inside the ring. He got over like $1 million. Then next week we go back to Eugene. Place is sold out. Okay, we never sold out in Eugene. First thing Elton says, "What are you trying to do? Get me sued?"
Not thank you for the great house.
I don't know that analogy, Dro. I'm sorry. Well, Harbor, it can't be blocked. I unblocked everybody. Check it again. All right, next question. Thoughts of Mickie James when she had her clothes put in a garbage bag and mailed to her. That's very disrespectful, and it paints a bigger picture of how WWE treats their talent, unfortunately. And Roy also asks, 5 females I would induct in the Hall of Fame. I would like Chyna to have her own single induction. I'm not sure if Sable's in the Hall of Fame, but if not, I would like Sable to be in the Hall of Fame. Woman, top woman. Woman should be in the Hall of Fame. Woman. Anyone else I would choose who's in the Hall of Fame yet, I'll have to come back, but those are the 3 I would have to go with. Thoughts on Andrew Tate, CBTV says, I think he has a lot of good things to say. Some things are a little bit off the wall. However, he has a lot of good things to say. He does. But I don't know if the good things make up for the bad things he says. So, okay, next question. Chalor asks, John Cena versus Logan Paul, WrestleMania 39. It'll be a big, big, big match. Book it. Rory asks, did I ever expect Dom to be the next Rey Mysterio in a mask? I don't think he's on that level yet. You know, he still needs a lot of work. Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, absolutely. Missy Hyatt, definitely add those to my list, absolutely. Maroney asks, Sasha Banks return? Well, you guys said she's coming back at Survivor Series. I believe it. What's up, Yanira? Roy asks, Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny, WrestleMania 39. They have some heat going on, legitimate heat. I think it'll make for a good match. Who should Austin face WrestleMania 39? Perfect opponent, Brock Lesnar. He should do it at the grandest stage of them all, Brock Lesnar. And I'll tell you why. He has to make right for what he did years ago when he walked out. This will solidify that legacy Stone Cold has. He has to face Brock Lesnar. That's who he has to face. Would I make an Iron Man Survivor Series tournament in NXT? Rory says, great idea. I think it's a great idea. And I look forward, hopefully I could catch some of it. Rory says, my original thoughts of the Finger Poke of Doom. What's up, Adolf? The Finger Poke of Doom. I'll show you right here. When I watched this live, the Finger Poke of Doom, I watched this live. And when I saw this was one of the first instances I said, WCW's done. This is the first time I actually said that WCW is garbage. It's shit. And I was a teenager watching the Attitude Era. I watched that segment live. And I said, WCW's going to shit. And look what happened. Okay, one more question. Did I expect to sell all my belts? Honestly, I didn't expect to sell them all. However, I knew they would all sell because they're all legitimate belts. What's up, Jovan? And I had like 25 belts at one time. I had to make room. And I sold them. A lot of them I made profit off of, so it was good. However, some belts I wish I didn't sell. But I could build my belt collection up again. I've been doing pop figures lately and elites. So My collection has shifted a bit.
I ended up getting a job from Don. Come in as the booker.
For people that don't know out there, what a booker is, the booker runs the back end, he books the talent, runs the matches every night, and writes the television for the show.
The booker.
I've been 3 or 4 months, man, and things is going okay, but this guy named Bruce Anderson.
Well, definitely, Keith. Yeah. We just talked about that earlier. Good question, Rory.
They had no boxing matches going on, so all there was wrestling. All of a sudden, we got a wrestling commission, and the guy shows up and he's telling Don, he gives him his rules, and Don's never heard of this shit. He started from his dad. They've been doing this 70 years.
Yes, since 40s.
Since the 40s, and Don goes, he says, I got to pay you
Eugene?
6%. You're full of shit. I ain't paying you nothing.
Oh,
So the guy finally got him.
not yet at RSTV. They're coming up next commercial break.
Texas, and I've been in other places that got commissions. You better read these rules, and you better try.
Good question, Adolf. I'll answer that commercial break.
Hold down. I said, so sure as hell, Don told him he booked him, and he told him no for a while, and then finally he started paying him.
When I worked for Portland, we never had a commission. What was, the whole idea of having that?
He's there to protect us in case a wrestler gets messed around on the payoff, or if a wrestler gets hurt. They never did that not one time. Not one time. The Wrestling Commission instilled all these rules. Everyone had to have an age test at the time.
Good question, Rory.
Everyone had to have license, all these kind of things. But he also said, if anyone bleeds during the match, okay, then we're going to stop the match. And if they don't stop the match, we can yank the promoter's license. Portland wrestling fans, they're born and raised on people bleeding and chairs and cage matches, and or what's one of the most favorites, the Comar glove on the pole.
Yeah.
Every time you get the Comar's glove, everybody juices.
What did you do?
You guys know a fellow named John Norton.
Soccer and UFC. Adolf. Yeah, I watch UFC as well.
And so Johnny goes, I got an idea. We're working with Brian Adams. We'll take him out there, tie his hands to the ropes, and I'll come running with a grocery basket full of milk and
Question, Rory.
Cheerios, and we'll beat the shit out of him with gallons of milk and Cheerios. I'm like, are you dumb? He goes, no, I'm telling you, you ever been hit with a gallon of milk? I said, no. He goes, try it sometime. I'm wondering why in the hell is this goofball been hit with a gallon of milk? But so I said, you know what we got to lose? Shit on it. I said, I can't jack shit. So we went down with a big basket, and we're loading milk. We got about 10 gallons of milk, and we're
You lost everything, Keith? Oh, no.
and people's looking at Johnny like, why is he buying
We have somebody who's from Kentucky area as well. The Dark Angel, the hardcore champion. She may come in again tonight. We'll see.
We had Brian Adams, all tied up inside the ring.
Dro, I have your question here. It's in the queue. What's up, Harper?
I'll tell you, man, he was right about the gallon of milk. Okay, if you ever been hit with it.
Welcome to the moderator team, Michael Harper. Welcome back.
Shit flew and it went all over the fans. And at first they're like, what the? It shocks them. And then some people laughed.
Chael Sonnen, huh?
People got pissed.
Adolf, okay.
The kids loved it. They thought it was great. Hit him again.
Good question, Rory.
Look at his chest. And there's big ass whelps on this son of a bitch.
They're giving him his Cheerios and his milk. He's a little mama.
Don always chewed our ass out. You know what it's going to cost me to have that ring back clean, you sorry bastard. Oh, God. So they started calling us the Breakfast Club after that. We got just as much attention.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Keith.
Cheerios.
That's what really counts.
No kidding, no kidding. Matt
Time, Michael Harper. Welcome to the moderator team.
has always got something up in his mind going on. But what I got for you, oh boy. So he decides what he's going to do. He's not going to listen to the commission. He to hell with the commission. I don't care. He goes, there's going to be more blood than you've ever seen.
Good question, Aaron. I'll put it in the queue.
Show up, commissioner, if you want to see some blood. So when he comes back, he says, man, you're not getting nothing. He said, I thought he was just kind of working the fans, trying to do stuff. And he said, I was just with the commissioner. I didn't do it, man. You know how Matt was. Yeah. He tried to swerve you. And the next week, of course, he went out and did it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So he went on his own out there, and the the match on TV and just got juiced. I mean, he went to the bone. And he's just pouring blood.
He got busted open.
Tell me, there's a hardware, so you're full of shit, Matt. Okay? So after the Matt Bourne incident, the commission shut us down for a week. With the commission doing everything in the world to get us to lose our license or shut us down. And with Vince breathing down our neck, trying to take our time slot on TV. I seen the writing on the wall. That just buried us. We had no TV.
Yeah, if you ain't got TV, it's done. You ain't got a TV slot. That's what happened to WCW. They didn't have a TV slot, right? When everything went down, they didn't have a TV slot. Okay, let's continue with the questions here. RSTV asks, does MJF deserve the AEW title? I think he does. I think he does, and hopefully he wins it after everything he's done thus far. Garrett asks, buried alive match, who would I face? I would like to face Mick Foley in a buried alive match and slap him silly for what he did to us at Funtime USA in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, New York. What a lowlife. With a capital L-O-W. What's up, Cameron Chrome? What's up, Brian Campbell? What's up, guys? How you doing? Joe asks, who can beat Roman? The Rock. WrestleMania 39. RSTV asks, who's a better heel, Roman or MJF? They're two separate heels. You know, with two different styles. As of right now, I gotta go with Roman. Okay, next question. Rory asks, Dream 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Whoa, that would be epic. I'd have to go one team heels, one team baby faces. The heels, I got to go with Andre the Giant. I got to go with Brock Lesnar. Hollywood Hogan. Ric Flair. And last but not least, Mr. McMahon. 5. The baby faces. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bret the Hitman Hart. John Cena. The Rock. And Hulk Hogan. Book it. Book it. Fantasyland. Book it in Fantasyland. Adolf, your question's in the queue. I have your question. Oh, Roy, you didn't have to do that, man. Thank you for that generous donation. You're the new $1 million champ, Rory. The new $1 million champ, Rory. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that donation. Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
Getting booked, and the only way that you're going to get booked is if you go to Moolah. But a couple of the guys, Viper being one of them, come at me and said, don't go. They wouldn't tell me why, but they said, don't go. Long story short, I wanted to wrestle, so I went.
Sure. Luke, how did you get out of Portland wrestling?
After being a wild villain all around the country.
Why, thank you, Roy, but I cannot accept the title because conflict of interest, unfortunately. Anytime, Garrett. Bushwhackers.
People would say to us, how can you go to be one of the bloodiest hardcore teams in the country? And that was easy answer. Money.
Money.
NWA and NWA, those territories, you're a wrestler. You go to WWF.
Good question, Keith.
That's put you into a whole different picture to the people.
Almost all of the territories died. That's just history. But Portland held on longer than most. A unique spot on the wrestling map. The kind of place.
Harvey, you accept it?
Weird. Portland lingered for
$1 million man for one day.
even as the Sharks began to circle.
Death of the Territory.
A couple months before Don went out of business, the president of Channel 12, he said, "Lenny, I won't see you. I'm retiring next week." I said, "Oh man, that's too bad. So and so's taking over from me." He said, "Your TV ain't looking too good." I go, "What are you talking about?" He
Nice,
goes,
Adolf.
"That my man's sending that tape in." He said, "It's way more quality than we shoot. It's already edited, everything. We just plug it in." And he said he's giving us like $3,500 a week, and Don is not paying anything. He said, "What do you think the new president's going to do?" He said, "I've been holding it off for Don, but I can't hold it off no more." And so
You take it back.
I remember going in the office and
I have a good comment.
don't say anything to anybody.
Next commercial after this. Good comment, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna be out of here. I said, "You gotta be kidding me, Don. Your dad gave me this." I know, but you know what? I'm too old to fight the battle.
Axe and smash,
I feel like fighting the battle. I don't
Jacob.
need it.
This will be our last night on TV.
Dusty Rhodes, yeah, he was awesome, Keith.
Once we lost that time slot, man, it didn't take long for that house to started going down quickly.
And that was 92.
I believe so, yeah. Somewhere around there.
Unbelievable. What a run.
Yeah.
Most of the territories were closed down by the mid to late 80s.
Oh, I know that.
You know, 87, there was very few territories still running. Vince just swallowed all the top talent.
This isn't the way we wanted it. But after 40 years on Portland television,
Definitely.
the past 24
Dro.
of these being on KPTV Channel 12, this is our last telecast on Channel 12.
Good question,
The
RSTV.
past gets lost in all kinds of ways. Mostly, it's just hard to hold
Good
on.
question, Garrett.
But in Portland, at least one of the stars did his best to capture the magic that he was fortunate enough to be a part of.
All those tapes from all the matches through the years, whatever happened
Oh,
there?
retype it, Brian, if you can.
And they use the same master tape week after week, just taping over the show. And I said, "Don, you need to buy a different tape and save all this footage." He goes, "Balls, Dad, I ain't gonna say that. That's the shittiest match
I know,
I've seen
Laser
last
Reaper.
week anyway." That was his idea. And he
And
didn't
Crush,
say nothing.
Jacob, yes.
Well, it's not gone.
Really?
Yeah. Buddy taped every match
Yeah.
from the time he started in Portland until he finished in Portland.
Good question, Rory.
Yet too quick. Buddy coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning with a dozen donuts. Damn, I'm home. Did you take the shows? They played the show over
I remember I used to tape the shows on VCR too.
where he could
Those were the days.
If it wasn't for Buddy Rose, all that footage would have been lost.
I might be saying something which you guys might believe. Portland wrestling may not be going if it wasn't for Buddy as long as it did.
Oh no, I totally agree.
You people will remember Buddy Rose forever and ever in the Northwest.
God bless him. Buddy, we love you, mate.
Yeah, we do. It's a wonderful
Buddy Rose.
Little towels in the back of your van for your hand job.
Danny was here, Laser Reaper. He didn't show up tonight, but he's usually here. Danny got sent to the gulags. Adolf says. Oh, Michael Jones, he passed away. Dedicated to Michael Jones. And he filmed this show. Oh, that's a shame. May his legacy live on, Michael Jones. Okay, well, let me continue with these questions. Roy asked 5 valets I would want. I would say Sable, Sensational Sherry, also, let me see who else. Missy Hyatt, China, definitely China, and who else? One more valet. Scarlett Bordeaux. All right, next question. Rory asked, thoughts on Rory knowing mostly everything that's going to happen in wrestling. I still think you have an informant that works in WWE, or you work for WWE, Rory. Either one of the two. And you're just not saying anything. Yeah. Adolf asks, did I ever think wrestling was real? When I started watching wrestling, I'd say I never thought wrestling was real. Even when I started watching wrestling, when I was 3 years old, and it was WrestleMania 3. My dad was like going crazy over WrestleMania 3 back in the day. And I was 3 years old. That's my first memory of wrestling. I knew it wasn't real. However, it was just so entertaining. I never thought it was real. Never thought it was real once. But I just liked the legitimacy of the contest. And it's just a shame that even today, I've found myself congratulating wrestlers. I would say, good show. And I don't say good match anymore. I say good show. And they say thank you. Because it's a show. It's a show. But it's an entertaining show. And these injuries are real. Injuries are real. And I do respect these guys so much. I have the highest respect for professional wrestlers. Absolutely. Rory asks, does he have potential to be a good broadcaster? Absolutely, man. Yes, you do. Rory, what character would I create for Boots? Well, Boots is his own character. Any plans for the podcast of 2023? Yes, I think I would like it to be centered around legitimacy in professional wrestling. Legitimate events that have happened in professional wrestling, like the Montreal Screwjob, for instance, the Monday Night War. Legitimate things that happen in professional wrestling. And Roy asked, did anyone ever donate a belt to me from the stream? No one donated a belt to me for the stream. However, Danny, he was just, he was so giving. He was one of the first. He was the first person who sent me anything, like fan mail, right? Fan mail, and I'm so appreciative of that. Oh, definitely Maroney, AEW, WWE versus AEW, man. But yes, he was. Even though some things weren't legitimate. It's water under the bridge now because he made up for it tenfold. He made up for it. Aaron asks, is there a famous celebrity I would love to meet? You know, I've met a lot of celebrities in New York City, and a lot of celebrities, a lot. And I have great stories, and I gotta say, is there one that I've never met that I want to meet? I say I never met Arnold Schwarzenegger. I would like to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he would be an incredible person to just meet, Keith asks, who would win in a match between Cactus Jack and Abdullah the Butcher? In their prime, it's a good question. I'd say Cactus Jack would have an edge. However, Abdullah, that guy was crazy. So it could go either way, but I would lean towards Cactus Jack. Garrett asks, favorite Dusty Rhodes match of all time? Anytime Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair went head to head, like in those, they would go an hour Broadway. I mean, that's incredible. Wow, 25-year anniversary of the screw job. Woo! Will they have a screw job this year? Good. Wow. Rory asked, who was the Dusty Rhodes, the common man's champion in his prime and in his day? Who's the common man champion on this stream? That's a good question, and I gotta say, there's a lot of legitimate trivia competitors on this stream. And if I had to pick one, I'd say Jason Layden. You know, I'd say he's the common man. He's not a very complicated man, but he likes to have a good time, and he's done amazing things. He's fought for this country, and he's somebody to look up to, Jason Layden. Harper's common too. Yeah, so is Maroney. You guys are more common though. No, I'm joking. Dro, screw jobs. Just look at Survivor Series 1997. The main event, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. The Montreal screw job. That is the biggest screw job in all of wrestling, where they legitimately screwed Bret Hart. He didn't lose the match. They rang the bell because they wanted to get the belt off of Bret, because Bret didn't want to lose it in Canada. So Bret Hart was put into his own move, the sharpshooter, by Shawn Michaels. And Bret Hart did not tap out, but the referee called for the bell. So the belt did change hands. However, Bret Hart didn't lose that match. And that's a screw job. That's a legitimate screw job. Another screw job that occurred was Wendy Richter taking on Fabulous Moolah. I think she was the Spider Lady at the time. And the Spider Lady, she rolled up into a small package, and I think she didn't let go of the cover. And the referee counted fast, but it was terrible. I think she ended up kicking out anyway, but the referee called for the bell. But I think that was one of the original screw jobs, in my opinion. I think there could be another. I think there's more, but that's another one. What's up, Kurt Manchester? How you doing, my friend? Any more questions, guys? FIFA World Cup, Harper. I'm not too much into soccer, believe it or not. No, Dro, screw jobs and riots are two different things. Two totally different things. Screw jobs are totally different. Oh, really? Nick, all this? That's awesome, Rory. Well, that brought me to my next comment. I know Rory wanted to give me the $1 million title. Believe it or not, Eric Freeman, he's never won a title on the stream. And I actually go hand in hand with Eric Freeman. I've never won a title on this stream. Never. So, and that's a record. And I don't think Eric Freeman knows that. I don't want to burst his bubble. But I'm one person that's never won a title on the stream as well. In all 5 years. Oh, Jacob, I'm actually about to cut off the stream in a minute. Yeah, Roy, I've never won a title in the stream, and I'm not interested in winning a title because you guys, the titles are for you guys. You guys are what make this stream possible, and I don't want to take anything away from you guys. You guys are all competitive individuals, and you've all done amazing competing in wrestling trivia. I mean, I don't know how you guys get some of these questions right, but you guys are incredible. No, they're not similar at all, Dro. My favorite Thanksgiving food, Maroney. Turkey. My favorite, man, turkey. Yeah, I'm about to cut off the stream. $100, Rory? What are you selling for $100? But yes, replica belts. I never thought that I'd sell all my replica belts. Another comment I wanted to tell you guys. I never said before why I even started selling my belts, and this is going to get real deep here. The main reason why I started selling my belts is because I don't see myself as a champion anymore. Not after what happened to my fiance Sarah, who was hit by a drunk driver. I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you do, but I never felt like a champion after that because I couldn't save her. So one of the reasons why I was selling the belts, yes, was to make room, but I also never felt like a champion after that. So I decided to start selling my belts because I'm no champion, no hero, because I couldn't save her, didn't help. I mean, sure, it's not a movie, it's real life. But you know, I like to go back and imagine what if I could have saved her? What if I could have jumped in the way? What if I could have took the hit for her? You know, and traded places with her. That's what I think about. And that's why I started selling my belts, too. Another reason why I started selling my belts. So, I never told you guys that before, but I wanted to tell you guys now. That's another reason why I started selling all my belts. Because I'm no champion, I'm no hero. Because I didn't... I mean, of course, I didn't know it was going to happen. And she crossed the street without me. And she was on the opposite side of the street. And I couldn't get there fast enough. And it just happened so fast. It was like a movie. It was just so fast. I heard a screeching noise. I saw her at the corner of my eye it coming. And I couldn't connect the dots fast enough. She was on the sidewalk. She wasn't in the street. She was on the sidewalk, and he ended up colliding with her on the sidewalk. A drunk driver. He's in jail now. However, it was just a shame. Just a shame. I have footage of the incident that I've never released before, and I don't know if I'm going to release it, but we'll see. What's up, King L. Moxley? Do I think Sami Zayn will cost the Bloodlines Survivor Series? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. You just never know. Because I never told you guys that before. And that's one of the reasons why I started selling my belts. So, but hey, I'm not beating myself up over it. I know it's not my fault inherently. It's just that I couldn't be the hero that day. I couldn't save her, unfortunately. Theme song trivia title, Moxley? That's a good idea. The belts look blurry now? You sure the belts look blurry? I mean, hey, I think they look fine to me. They look fine to me from my side, my angle. I don't know. I might have to shine them up real nice, turn them sideways, and stick them, No, I'm joking. You think Sammy will get screwed at Elimination Chamber since it's in Montreal? Ooh. So is Sammy going to take on Roman? That is a good question. Because we didn't see Sammy Uso last week. Undisputed International Global Worldwide Trivia Championship. That's a good name. He is, Rory? Wow. Who do you think is Scripps in NXT? Harper says. No idea. I haven't been able to watch NXT in months. So I'm behind on NXT. All right, everybody. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you all be safe and be well. Each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your questions. And I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream. I'll be back on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. And we'll have a great time. Advice on relationships, Roy. Well, you know, you got to work with the punches, man. Flow with the punches. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know, like Muhammad Ali would say. But, yeah, man, just try not to complicate things. Take things slow. And don't sweat the small stuff, you know? Don't let the small stuff get to you. I know everybody's different. However, yeah, you should just try not to stress out about so much. You know, try to relax, chill out, and let the good times roll. That's it, you know? And if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. C'est la vie. That's how you roll, you know? All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining. Hope you all be safe and be well. Each and every one of you. Screw job, Dro? No, well, oh yes, that is a screw job, Dro. Good, that is a screw job with Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, and then Seth Rollins defeating Bobby. That is a screw job. However, that was a planned screw job, a part of the show. The screw job we're talking about is a legitimate screw job. Like they really screwed Bret Hart in real life. It wasn't a part of the show. It wasn't supposed to be a part of the show. They did it to explicitly take the belt off of Bret Hart, because Bret Hart did not want to lose the title that night. So just watch the match and you decide for yourself. It was a screw job, but it was a legitimate screw job. It was real screw job. All right, guys, I hope you all be safe and be well, each and every one of you. Have a great night, guys. MATTROISE signing out. Be safe, be well, guys. Harper, I thought I modded you already. Good night, everybody. MATTROISE signing out. Be safe, be well.